Okay, so Carmen was originally a novel, but was turned into a play, or an opera, I mean, actually. And anyway, it's about the main character, Carmen, who's actually Carmencita, and she is a wild gypsy, and all of the men are very fond of her, and but she doesn't give her love to anyone unless she is fully loving of them, and she never quite let people take over her. Like, her freedom is very, very important to her. And it's very relevant at the end where she says that she will die free. Now, one of the people that she manages to attract is Jose, right there. And so she throws a flower at Jose, and he's just like, I don't care about this flower at all. And anyway, so then she runs away again. And then he holds on to the flower, and then he has to take her to prison, but she convinces him that they should be in love forever, and so he lets her escape, and he goes to prison, and he keeps the flower, but it's very significant that he keeps the flower because Carmen over here, her love just is everywhere, and she doesn't want people to expect her to ever, you know, settle down, or to compromise her emotions for someone else. So anyway, he holds on to this flower, which is a bad idea because the flower will die. Anyway, so he comes back. Carmen's like, oh, you came back, I'm so in love with you. But the thing is, Carmen will only take Jose if Jose's entirely dedicated to her. Which he's like, oh, well, I have to go back to the camps, and I have to go see my moms. And she's like, oh, whatever, I don't care about you. And so she just gives up on him. And so he just turns crazy, and he's like really depressed and stuff, and she falls in love with Commodore guy, and he's neat. So her love goes elsewhere to someone who will be completely dedicated to it. So then she's in love with this guy, and she's happy, and then he comes at the bullfight, and the bullfight is relevant because, you know, it's him against the bull, and you don't know who's going to win, and you don't know who the bull is. That's one of the big questions of the play, or the opera. Anyway, so he's like, come back with me and we can be happy. And she's like, actually, no, we won't. I'm pretty sure we discussed this. And then he's like, come with me or I'll kill you. And she's like, well, actually, I'd rather die free than live with you and not be entirely happy. And so he's like, I'll kill you. And she's like, all right, kill me. So it's like, then she's dead.
No.
And it's really, really sad because she was pretty owning. And the reason she's pretty owning, because most women of this time, you know, are quiet and kempt and, you know, just kind of forfeiting their will to appease their husbands. But Carmen never gives her love to anyone that she doesn't want to give her love to. And she never fakes her love. And she never pretends to be in love with anyone. She's a very sincere being. And in the opera, it's important to note that she says, I've never lied to you, or something along those lines. I don't have the exact quote, but she says that she's never lied because even as scandalous as she is always completely honest, which actually you could relate to Frankenstein, who also, through all the traumatic things he does, through all the traumatic things the monster does to Frankenstein, he's always entirely honest with what he's going to do to him. You know, he doesn't surprise Frankenstein by killing his wife. He says, I'm going to kill your wife because you didn't do this for me. You know? And so it's this painful honesty that occurs in Carmen, and it's really too bad that she gets murdered. This seems to happen to all of the revolutionary fellows. I was pro-Carmen. That's all I have to say.